ain't doing quick bit chatter.
Why?
Because you about to kick stuff. You keep jumping out the frame. You know you ain't got no rhythm.
I know. I ain't got no rhythm, y'all. I got a 2-step.
That's about it. 2 steps. That's it.
Adding the most steps and I'm done.
Lost. It's lost. Hey.
Okay, you got the meat?
I got everything I need.
Welcome to Kitchen Conversations, you guys. Can I stay on one?
If anything, it would be really helpful for the TikTok.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Hey, we appreciate it. Sorry about that.
We're gonna be on here, y'all. We're gonna be on here. Hold on. Hey. All right. We got people checking in. Go ahead and rep your city. Let us know where you're coming in from. We missing people coming in, so we got the comments coming in. Hey. Welcome. DC in the house.
DC.
Somebody said they love the kitchen. Thank you so much. Houston is in the house. You love the energy. Listen, oh Lord, we missed you. Thank you so much. We missed you last night in the ladies' lounge. Yeah, no, we missed you in the ladies' lounge. Welcome to Kitchen Conversations. Card in the house, New York. Let's see. DC is in the house.
DC.
That's what I'm
It's
talking
that
about.
DMV.
Welcome to Kitchen Conversations. This is Marriage Takeover, Kitchen Conversations.
Hey, we getting it in on the day.
Listen, we keep it real.
We keep it raw.
We keep it uncut.
All day.
We are Marriage Takeover.
All day,
Listen,
Slim.
we help couples win in their marriage by identifying their triggers and breaking generational cycles.
Boom.
So welcome to Kitchen Conversations. We are here with you all live every Thursday, 7 p.m. for Kitchen Conversations,
Woo.
Eastern Standard Time. And then on every Monday night. All right?
Y'all know how we do it.
So welcome. I'm going to turn off these strobe lights or...
Oh, I got you. Don't
You
worry
got
about it.
Okay.
We're just going to hit the power button this time so we can stop trying to find a remote to do it.
So what's on the menu today, babe?
What is on the menu? We having shrimp.
We got Texas in the house.
We having shrimp. Wait a minute. We having pineapple shrimp fried rice. Hey, Slim, your boy Chef E in here. Your boy Chef E Rock in the building, making it happen. One time for all my chefs out there. Thank you. Appreciate all the support, all the help. Listen, I appreciate you.
So what's on the menu? You just said that, huh?
I just said.
You did.
What are you listening?
I'm trying.
Didn't I tell y'all shouldn't be listening to me?
So y'all listen. I am the moderator. Has me on duty tonight. I gotta make sure I'm on my very best behavior. So I'm on TikTok duties. So Florida is in the house, and
wait a minute. Time out. Y'all need to let the moderator, the assistant moderator, know.
Wait. But I want to make sure we get everybody in and all the love. Okay, so I got everybody, I think, covered. So I'm going to be trying to listen to the conversation and catching your comments.
Listen.
And contribute at the same time. It's going to be hilarious tonight.
So she always say that she can multitask. Y'all see I wasn't lying, right?
I can multitask.
All right,
I'm a great multitasker.
You struggling now?
I'm just easily distracted.
you struggling now, Slim.
So welcome to Kitchen Conversation. So tonight, what
Hey,
are we
hold
talking
on.
about?
Wait a minute. Before we get crunk, I just want to know, hey, if this is your first time, man, go ahead and slap a 1 in the what you call it. And if you've been here since September, if you've been here since October, slap a 2 in there. Because we got to know. Tonight, we're going to deal with a question. I hope that you all saw. Uh-oh, moderator got a face. You good?
Uh-oh.
The head moderator, you know, that's scary when she got a face.
That means we might have just lost a social media platform.
You don't even go live to one.
Oh, to IG?
Facebook.
Oh, we didn't go live on Facebook?
We gotta. All right, moderator.
You want to go live? So we got to work it strap tight, y'all. Y'all, let's clap your hands for the moderator. She be doing such a good job. And Memphis is in the house.
Woo, Memphis.
What's that book? So I'm so glad you asked. So this book is our Amazon bestseller, Know Your Role in Your Marriage. So we want you to make sure that you go and you grab the book. We got a book bundle for the book, and we also have a workbook that goes with it so that you can come together with you can do it alone if you want to, or you can do it together with your spouse. And it just kind of walks through the different
Know Your Role.
So throughout each of those days, it's asking you a question and helping you to really think about your marriage, right? Last week we started talking about the vision and the vision that God has. Was it last week? Maybe it was this week. The vision and the vision that God has for you, the vision that God has for your marriage. And this book is going to help you to start thinking about certain things inside of your marriage, because sometimes we don't think that we go through certain things inside of our marriage to be able to help out others. And if you are here for the first time, Eric and I have been married now 24 years. At year 10 and 11, we were on the brink of divorce. And from being on the brink of divorce, super duper roommates, not wanting to talk to each other, not wanting to breathe the same air as each other, we have now been able to rebuild a marriage that we desire, that we love. Have a good time in doing that, but this book was birthed out of the different things that we went through and how we came out of that. So that book bundle is on our website. You can click that link inside of our bio to make sure that you can get that. Go to the website, go to products, and then go ahead and get that ordered, and we'll get that shipped right out to you. So, and if this is your first time, please make sure that you subscribe, you follow, you share. We love the support. We love connecting with you all. We love the community here. And we're super excited about what God is doing and how he's building out the marriages. All right? So, Panama City in the house. To the moderator, you got lots of claps. And people, so we're good. Passing the love through cooking. See, I love it. And then you can get that book by going to the link on our bio. You can get that, and I promise you we'll get that right out to you. Oh, can I mirror it? I don't know.
What that mean, mirror it? What that mean?
It's because right now it looks backwards.
And
I saw that. And I don't
turn it upside down.
No, it's got like the...
Turn it upside down.
Hold on, we're going to try it, y'all. Let's see. Hold on, y'all.
See, my moderator moving now.
We so appreciate our moderator. I don't know if we had to do it before we started.
You kind of did.
Okay, so I'm sorry. We had to do it before we...
Sorry, y'all know we still learning.
Listen.
Wait, hold on. Here we go.
Okay. Can you see it now? You can see it. Look at there. Look at. Won't he do it?
Do we look better?
Won't he do, well, I think we look the same. It's just mirroring. So we might have to turn things just a little bit. I'm telling you, our moderator is thebomb.com. I wish we can go ahead and
Hey,
put on that payroll.
Hey, y'all help us out. Buy the book so we can pay them. Hey,
right. So,
but for real though.
So tonight, what we talking about?
Tonight. First off, did anybody see the post? What took place as far as with the power of agreement? Did anybody see the post?
Y'all, that was a blessing this.
And that's because that's one thing I want to talk about. But I also want to tackle this question that came in on I want to say Monday. I think it came in, I want to kind of tackle that question. So because I want to get everybody's input, right? Hey, real quick.
Somebody said y'all feeding the LOL. That's old school, right? You get your paycheck.
Hey.
That's facts.
Hey.
Oh, someone said, "Hey guys."
What up?
How you doing? Welcome. I love it.
So
the power of agreement. Let me tell y'all what happened this week, right? We have been.
Hold on, wait a minute before you tell them.
Go ahead.
Before we go into power of agreement, hey, did anybody put a 2 in there? Because I need to know.
We
I
got.
didn't see any numbers when I was glancing down.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you got a whole bunch of ones actually.
Okay.
We got some
We got
ones.
good first time people good.
But I know you have a whole bunch of people that are rewatching. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, go ahead. So with those, when we talked back in October, we talked about the power of agreement in your marriage and how that
Right.
look and how it happens. And so remember I said by December going into the first of the year, we're going to talk about what was that one goal that you set, that you and your wife, you and your spouse sat down and said, you know what, we're going to go after this. This is what we're going to do together with, with no holds barred, if you will.
Right.
And so what we did, because like I said, listen, we don't just say, hey, what we're doing ourselves. And so we want to go ahead and give our testament to what took place in our life because of the power of agreement. Go ahead, honey. Tell people what's going down.
So we have been waiting for a long time. I'm a disabled vet, and so we've been waiting for a long time to go through the process of getting paperwork together, all that great stuff for us to be able to move forward with getting a certain disability rating.
So hold on, real quick. Is it okay we let them know about you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So my wife, she's a 9/11 survivor. When I say 9/11 survivor, I thank God because she was an inch away from being taken out of the blast.
It was more than an inch. But I was the way I was in the Pentagon. My son and I were in the Pentagon the day the Pentagon was hit, and as a result, take place in our life, and then over the course of the military time that I was in the Air Force. And so with that, we went through the process, and they make it so strenuous, so long, all that great stuff. And so we were like, okay, so what do we need to do? Who do we need to talk to? And then going through the process, they make it not as easy as we should think that it should be. And so we just got the notification yesterday that everything that we beginning of the year, it's been a whole long year process, that it was finally approved. Everything is set, ready to rock and roll. And so we're super excited about that. And what that does for us is it helps us to be able to, number one, make sure that we get the support that we need. Number two, it helps us bring additional finances in the house because now we get to reap the benefits of me being a disabled 100%, and then we can now do different things that we had set aside to be able to do. And one of the things we did at the beginning of the year was we said we're going to come together on this one thing. What do we have to do? Who do we need to connect with? And it was 2 things I think we came together with. And then we had a goal set aside to be able to pay off a certain bill. And so now at the end of the year, we are able to do that, and we're super excited about that. Not just because of this, because this is now opening up the doors for things for 23, but because we were able to stay focused, we were able to make sure that we were aligned with the right people, that we did the work, that we were disciplined.
Not just aligned with the right people.
That we were disciplined. Well, we connected with some of the right people.
No, what I'm saying is that not that we was aligned with the right people, was that we stayed aligned with each other.
And with God, right? We kept this thing before God, and we did the work, right? We said we were going to be disciplined in our finances in certain areas. We said that we were going to make sure that we followed up. Like sometimes we lose out on the follow-up. Sometimes we lose up because we forget about that thing because life be lifing, right? When life is lifing, and sometimes you forget about just moving forward and going through the process of life, you forget to reach back to say, oh, you know what? I forgot to call this person to set up this bill. I forgot to call this person to set up, this payment, or to be able to reach out to somebody to do certain things. So now we're going through the process. We stayed consistent. We stayed and we checked in with one another. We prayed about it. We did the work, and now we're reaping the results and the blessings from what God blessed and He poured in. And so we're super excited about that. We got that yesterday. So one of the first things that we went and did was
we shout out troubles over number one.
Right. And so it was like, and I was still trying, so if you saw the video yesterday, I was still trying to process it all. Because like it had literally just, like we had just got the notification. And so I was still trying to process it all. You know how when something happens in your life, you're like, okay, did this really happen? Let me just double check before we get too excited. But it was absolutely a faith move, and we're super excited that that took place. And we're excited about what's ahead.
Tell me, and this is the thing. The one thing that we got, because as you already know, we're faith based. Because we understand is that for one, if God created marriage before He even established the church, that tells me that something about marriage, there's something powerful about marriage when it comes together.
Right.
And so for us, it was understanding being united. I forgot what the scripture had. Somebody can put it in there that I remember. But it said, well, I think it's in Matthew. It's in Matthew or Mark 3, I think, where it says, where there's 2 or 3 touching and agreeing, there He is in the midst.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that for one, it's in marriage, it's already 2. So think about what happens when you all are touching and agreeing. And when you're touching and agreeing, it's not just in, oh, we're just holding hands. No. I mean complete body submerged, everything, touching and agreeing.
Yeah.
And He said that He'll be in the midst. Yeah. And so if He's in the midst, that means you are allowing Him to guide your footsteps. And this is the part that I love the most, was that when you look at when Jesus was at the party, when He turned the water into wine, look at what He said to me. And He said, and she turned around and looked at, He says to Mary, and says, my time has not come yet.
Right.
And so but she turns to the disciples and says, what He tells you to do, do it. And so what happened was, God moved His timetable up for her to turn the water into wine. So what do you think that God did? Because for us, we did not expect this until sometime next year.
Right.
He moved the timetable up. Come on here now.
Yes,
for us.
Thank you so much. Matthew 18:20. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes. Because if I move this chat, I don't know how to. I might lose y'all. So thank you so much for that.
If you go out of TikTok, the live is delayed, and if you like go out and try to refresh your live, you lose all the past comments.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you, Boo. That's one butterscotch. Thank you so much. So yes. So it's been a blessing, and that hasn't been the first time that we've done that, right? We've done that before, and we come together every year, and we put together our vision. And we were talking about that Monday on the prayer. Like, what is the vision for your life?
Right.
We sent the newsletter out to our community. We sent the newsletter out to our community earlier this month, and the first second.
Hey, and if you're not in the community, I'm sorry, I just overtalked her.
Go ahead.
And if you're not in the community, join the Facebook group. That's the community. I'm trying to tell you, jump on in there, and I'm trying to get real stuck with us. Then I'm gonna stop right there. But go ahead and join that community.
And the vision that God has for our life, right? We talk about so many times about, just the goals, the manifestations. We talk about resolutions, but what we don't really sometimes, like I hear about vision board parties and vision boards, but is it really and truly aligned with the vision that God has given us?
Right.
Right? Sometimes we go and we move, which is okay for you to have your own dream, your own aspirations, your own desires. Like, it's okay to have that, but does it align with the will of God for your life? Does it align with the assignment that God has for your life? And that's what's important. And I'll tell you, in this season, if y'all missed a prayer on Monday, like I've been saying, God, I surrender to the assignment. I understand that this is an assignment. But Monday during prayer, like it was a full submersion of God. I truly understand the assignment, and I'm here for the assignment. I yield my life for the assignment. I yield my will for the assignment. My way is not important, God, but I want your will to be done, your way to be done, so that the marriages can be healed, so that the marriages can be restored. And as a result, I believe of just the submersion of me being able to say, God, I surrender all for whatever it is you want to do in this assignment in my life, then that was as a complete result of God saying, okay, now I'm going to bless you. But we have to be positioned for him to be able to bless us. Because if he blesses and we're not ready for us, then what we're going to do is we're going to mess over the blessing.
Come on. Say that again.
And so we stood in agreement when it came to finances at the beginning of the year. Like, we've been in and out of debt 3 times. So now we said, okay, this time is time. So now we're going through the process of getting out of debt again. And it's just 3 bills that we need to pay off. To do that, it requires discipline. It requires for us to say, okay, so instead of doing this, going on this trip and going on this vacation this year, maybe we could scale it down, and or maybe we could do something regional instead of going to the Bahamas, or instead of doing certain things. So you have to make sure that you come together on one accord.
Oh, on how many accords?
Make one accord. Make one decision. Whether that's in your finances, maybe it's around your communications, or if it's around your children, make one decision. Come together, and when you do that on one accord, take that and run with it, and watch how God is going to be able to bless you as a result. So when you make that one decision, then you got to put in the work to make sure that it's aligning with the will of God for your life.
Right. You got to make sure it aligns. Because the thing is, we can sit here and be like, you know what? Hey, we can sit here and say, yo, this is what we did. But now I'm trying to tell you, if you stick with us, we can show you how to do it. Because,
Eat and cook too, baby.
yo, these pineapples are so sweet. But, because we can literally show you how to do it. Because the thing, listen, one of the top things is 2 things that she just mentioned that leads to divorce. Number 1 is communication. If you can't pray, if you cannot pray with each other, what you mean pray with each other? What I mean by if you cannot communicate with each other, then where you going? 2 is finances. Because if we can't talk about what we spending, then it's going to be an uproar. So understand, you sit back, hey, fellas, real quick, think about that thing. Like, you know what? You got a point. Because when you look at it, these are the things that the enemy try to use to separate you. When I say separate, meaning keeping you quiet, keeping her quiet, doing her own thing, so basically to bring you down.
Right.
Comment.
Questions, comments.
Someone said I love pineapple. Someone else said hello family, how y'all doing tonight?
What to do?
Hey fam.
Someone else said yes, I was online Monday morning for the prayer. And
Hey.
And someone said the blessing became a burden.
Yeah.
You must be obedient to his will.
Who said the blessing become a burden?
It can become a burden if you're not prepared for it.
But can I hit you real quick?
Yeah.
Understand this. God is not gonna, remember, he's not gonna push you beyond what you can handle. So the blessing becomes a burden when you begin to look at the blessing versus the blesser.
Yeah.
That's the way it becomes a burden. Why? Because when you focus on the blessing, you're focusing on you.
Right.
So, but when you take you out of the picture and just know, God, almighty Lord, you did this. Because right now, it doesn't, for me, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to shout our troubles over. Why? Because we have unlocked the key. Because understand, if we're not on one accord, check this out. I got to find it in the scripture. I won't plan on saying it, but he tells us our prayers are hindered. Why is it hindered? Because we're not on one accord. So if we're not on one accord, then how can it continue to flow through? Come on.
Yeah, I think that's in 1 Peter. Yeah.
I know y'all weren't expecting the Bible study tonight, but I'm just trying.
That's cool.
I'm just trying to tell you.
So we got a question in the comment, and it says, let's see. Well, no.
What?
Why? So the question is, what does everyone think about gay marriage? Just your opinion. So I just want maybe.
I don't deal with that.
You don't deal with that? Mm-mm. Well, I'm just gonna say, so we do everything by biblical standards, right? And God created man and woman and created that as a union. And that's where I'll leave it.
That's what you need to do. Jesus.
Okay?
Based off of what you say, they can and will shut us down.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
See, that's what happens right there. That's what happens.
So, we are grateful for just the blessings. And so, when you come on one accord, that's where the blessing comes in. Right? The blessing on one accord. So, other questions, comments? What else you had, babes? Oh, you know what? We had a question that came in this week. And it says, so...
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, do they have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, we had a question that came in this week. And from the question that came in, it says, so what happens if your spouse just doesn't want to be married anymore? There's no infidelity. There was no, what else was it, babes? There was no infidelity. There was nothing that nobody had done
Nothing
wrong.
abusive.
Nothing abusive, but they just no longer wanted to be married. And as we communicate a lot of times, right, we talk about triggers, we talk about communication, we talk about your belief system, we talk about a lot of different things, your mindset. And so the question that I would have, or at least what I would suggest, right, to this couple is sit down and really have a conversation. Because there is a reason why your spouse no longer wants to be married. And then be okay with what that now once you know what that reason is, now let's see if you can work that thing out. But there's absolutely a reason why they no longer want to be married. And they just ask the question, but don't ever go into the process of assumption. Because there's a reason, and then the question is, if they're saying that there is no reason, are they really 100% being honest with you? Are they really 100% being authentic? Yes, questions, comments?
Someone said I can't talk to my husband. Every time we have a discussion, it ends in conflict.
Okay, so, and I'm glad you said that because that used to be us. But let me tell you why it used to be us, right? We would have a conflict because we were in a position where we didn't really know how to communicate. And that was both me and Eric, right? We came from
Excuse me, my name is E-Rock now.
E-Rock them, yeah.
Yeah.
So we had we both came from single family homes, and our moms our moms were there. The way of the communication to be able to get us to pay attention was through the fussing. And as a result, we thought that was normal communication. And so what we had to learn throughout our marriage was that's not normal communication. And it's not healthy communication.
There you go.
And so what we were trying to do is I would say something and he would respond. Instead of actually really listening to what I was trying to say, he would try to take it, tear it down, fix it, do certain things, and he really wasn't hearing me. So then we went through the process of not feeling heard. We went through the process of not feeling valued, of not feeling seen. And so now when that takes place, now the conflict arises because, here little old me, so short old me, I'll say so short old me, I'm like, no, you don't hear what I got to say. Because what I'm saying is important, what I'm saying is true, whether it's true or not, whether I'm right or wrong, you're going to hear what I got to say. And so that means that I got to yell for you to hear me. That means I got to throw for you to hear me. That means I have to do something to get your attention, which is what I thought. And that is not a healthy way of communication. And so what we were doing was we're going back and forth because he was going through the process. He had, what do I want to say? He had young, what is it? He had, I call it the youngest syndrome. So being the youngest, right, sometimes you spoil, but then sometimes you're overlooked. And so he had that problem being overlooked as well. So when we're communicating and I'm not hearing him, I'm not understanding him, he has to do the same thing. He was getting loud, arguing, he was doing stuff because he wanted to be heard. So then the key is somebody's got to stop in the moment and actively listen. Somebody's got to stop in the moment.
Not just stop in the moment, but what you got to do first is create a safe place.
Well, but sometimes you don't have that safe place. So for us, we had to establish the safe place. And so when we had to establish a safe place, what it looked like was, okay, so when he started fussing and arguing and doing all of that other stuff, instead of me getting in my feelings and feel like I have to defend myself, all right, whoa, right? I need you, can you say that a little bit different? Is there any other way you could say that? Is there any other way that you can communicate what you're trying to tell me in a different way? And then I had to watch my tone because you know my tone cuts. The tone cuts. And so you just have to learn what that happy medium is, because it also could be that they are like sometimes when a conflict, like Eric, is it okay if I say that? Like when it comes to communication, like he was very honest with me, and he said, I don't really know how to communicate. He's not a great communicator. And so we're learning how to build what communication is for him. Instead of me assuming what that is for him, we had to build that thing. And it gets better over time. Questions, comments? No?
Someone put in a scripture. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about at the moment. But they had put in 1 Peter 3:7.
Yes, that was about if you are, your prayers are hindered. Yeah, your prayers are hindered when you're not on one accord. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for that.
Then someone else said listening is key. Hello family, hope you all had a good day.
Yes.
Keep this up, good job.
Yes. Y'all, we were a little tired today. We've been working. Oh my goodness. So what's, you said wait a minute, baby?
No, I said where we at.
Oh, we waiting on questions, comments. Hey fam. All right, so tonight we are talking about what were we talking? We were talking about vision and how and the power of agreement.
And power of agreement.
That's what we were talking about. Vision and power of agreement. I drew a blank there, y'all. Sorry. But vision and power of agreement. And on the menu, if you are just coming in, it is
pineapple fried rice.
with shrimp.
Pineapple shrimp fried rice.
Yeah. So we got the
Y'all gotta excuse me, because this is literally my first time making this, so I apologize if it just seems to be, it's just my mind is separated right now.
Your mind is separated right now?
I'm trying to,
So where can you get the book? If you hit that link inside of our bio, or you go to marriagetakeover.com, go to the product section, and then you can go ahead and you can get that book bundle. And you purchase that, we'll get that right out to you, and it'll bless you. This is absolutely, the book bundle, so we have the book, and then it comes with a 21-day journal. So it's been a blessing. We got a lot of sales for Black Friday. Black Friday, if y'all missed it, everything was 50% off. So we are going to do a Christmas sale, and I'm excited about that. It's going to be exciting. We're excited about the 12 days of Christmas and leading up to Christmas. We're going to be a blessing as well. And we are also, if you miss Monday, now I was not prepared for this, but if you miss Monday, we're going to be a blessing to somebody in our community. One of the things that we like to do is we are here to serve, right? We're here to give back, we're here to help, and we had a family inside of the Marriage Takeover community reach out, and so we want to make sure that we love on them. So if you want to go and be a blessing, if you want to be of support, you can do any amount that we can make sure that we get over to that family. If you want to cash app us at Marriage Takeover, you can do that, and we will make sure we're going to be sending that blessing out to them this weekend so they can have that, and we are excited about that, and that's what continue to do, not just during the holidays, but throughout the year. Because it's about community. It's about being able to build up, to be able to serve each other, to be able to encourage each other, to make sure that you really win it inside of your marriage, making sure you don't feel alone. Like, there were so many times that I felt alone inside of the marriage, and I want to make sure that we're going through this process, and we're just building people up, right? We're making sure that you don't have to feel one out on the island.
So, Miss Fallon said that they appreciate all that you do, and we got your book, and it is awesome.
Aw, thank you.
Hey, y'all heard it. It's awesome. Y'all better get it.
Thank you guys so much for your support. And it is really hard. It's really hard to hear somebody without yelling. And so,
am I yelling?
I would ask.
Am I yelling?
I would ask, huh? It says it's very hard Oh, to be heard as a man. I'm so sorry. It's very hard to be heard as a man without yelling. I agree with you.
No. Hold on, real quick. So now, one thing I want to tell you real quick, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this question: are you willing to try something different?
No,
Because if you,
he's saying it's hard for him as a man to not be heard without yelling.
No, and that's what I'm saying, because that was the same thing that I heard. That was literally the same thing for me. But one thing that I told her, my wife, I said, you ain't finna kill me. So it's gonna come to that part. I'm gonna have one, because I felt I got tired of all the yelling. And she'll tell you, I got tired of all the yelling first.
Did you?
Girl, you know what I told her. I said, listen, I ain't got time for all this. So now
I'm gonna let you have that one, baby.
Yeah, come on. Somebody tell her to tell the truth and shame the devil.
I will say that he also took that as disrespect. And so when a man is not feeling like he's being respected, is worse. Because now, not only does he not have a safe space, but now he's not feeling respected inside of his own home. And then there's no peace in the home, because now all we're doing is we're just yelling back and forth at each other. And that was, I want to say, one of his breaking points. And that's what often leads to people trying to find peace outside of the home. They will find something to do to where they don't have to come home. Whether it's work late, whether it's have another job while they're there so they can not be present inside of the home, whether it's hanging out with their buddies, whether it's going to the restaurant or doing other things before they get home. So when they get home, that's the last thing that they got to do is be involved with their spouse or their children. The reality is the reason why that is because they feel more respected outside of their home. They feel like there's a safer space outside of their home. And so what we have to do is we have to start to create that safe space. And it's going to require somebody to take the lead in being able to do that.
Right.
And that's what we had to learn.
Someone said hurts more once I yell. My wife doesn't hear anything I say after, and I don't hear her either.
Yeah.
And people, a lot of people are agreeing with you.
Yeah, so come on and connect with us. I don't know if we have the because sometimes it's and sometimes
and
Go ahead.
Someone said or dead silence, which is worse.
Yeah. Because I used to be the silent treatment one. Like after I would say what I said and it would cut like, whatever, then I would just go in silent mode. And that silence, oh my goodness, that silence was killer. That was a killer mode. Because you never knew what I was thinking. Right. But then it was like a silent bomb, a silent weapon waiting to go off.
But how much of it, now I'll be honest with you, for us, we were a lot different. Because if I went silent, she wouldn't care. But at the same time, if I went silent, even the kids was like, hold on, Slick. Dad, are you okay? Even now, even if I go silent, everybody's a lot concerned because
you're not just going silent, like it's in your body. Like you carry
there's something going on.
Right, you carrying this aura, you carrying this stankness, like it's you carrying like all of your anger, your bitterness, like you're carrying all of this stuff, and it shifts the atmosphere.
Yep.
And so what we have to learn to do is to make sure that we're doing things differently. And so I don't think that it's on our link. Is a 30-minute free consultation on our link, babes?
I don't know.
Y'all, we still trying to get it together. If y'all would like to be able to volunteer to help us out and support us, y'all please let us know, because the struggle is real. We're trying to make sure.
So real.
We're trying to make sure we have everything ready to rock and roll, but we do have a free 30-minute consultation that if you need a mediator. Sometimes you need somebody else to sit in the middle who doesn't take sides, just to say, hey, this is the thing. This is the thing that's stopping you all from being able to have a decent conversation. This is the thing that's stopping you from being able to win in your marriage. This is the thing that's stopping you from being able to push the needle forward inside of your marriage. This is the thing that's hindering your blessings inside of your marriage. Yes, questions, comments?
So, just for a bit of correction, the link that's in your bio is not the products, it is the membership.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Did you do the link tree, honey?
Yeah, I did the link tree, but I guess I ain't
You
put it
didn't
up.
update it? I'm sorry, y'all. Can we here, let me, but you know what, I can't, but you know what, it's gonna lag.
Yeah.
I don't want it to lag.
I tell you what, this is what I do.
Do we have another device?
I'm so sorry, y'all. We trying our best. I'll be honest with you.
I've been putting it on the in the chat, but if you tell them to like look on
Marriage
Facebook,
Takeover.
Marriage Takeover's Facebook, because with that live, the link is like
Okay. So marriagetakeover.com will for sure get you in the community. And I tell you what you do. If you go to marriagetakeover.com, or if you go to the Marriage Takeover Facebook group and ask those 3 questions, but if you go to marriagetakeover.com, we have the information there available for you. Or if you get that free ebook, then what we'll do is we'll have your email and I can send you that information for that free 30-day consultation. And I can make sure that you get that information.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm telling you, we're trying, y'all. We're trying.
I'm gonna get
So
better.
if y'all want to come help out, we trying out here in these streets. So yes, but yeah, so we have to learn how to do that. And what else? I lost my train of thought. The safe space, feeling respected. What else was it? Oh, and I thought I saw a question in the somebody asked, how do you do that?
Do what?
Or what do you do when that happens? And I think it was around, what was it? I think it was around feeling lonely in your marriage. I lost the comment. I saw it when it popped up, but I didn't. I saw it. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you so much. So I saw it in the comment, but I think what do you do? What do you do when you're feeling lonely in your marriage? Right. And so I'm so glad you said that. So when you do, when you know it enough, some of us are just plain tired. And so I appreciate that, because that's where our breaking point was we were tired. We were tired of each other. We were tired of what we were contributing to our marriage. We were tired of how we were showing up in life. We were just tired. And that was a result of just being tired. And so to go back to the question that somebody sent us earlier this week after the couple's prayer, they said, so what do you do when the spouse just wants to give up? You focus on you.
Yeah, you got to.
Divorce or not. That's not our decision to take for you.
Everybody got a part to play, Slim.
What is your thought process inside of the marriage? Because what happens is, however we carry ourselves and however we're showing up in our marriage, guess what? We're showing up like that in other areas of our life. Yeah. It may not be magnified like it is in our marriage, because our spouse oftentimes sees the worst of us, because we home, we naked, we can lay all the vulnerabilities and stuff is laid out, and we don't have to put on a show or entertain.
Right.
So our spouses normally see the worst of the worst.
Right.
But when we get to that point, it's, hey, how do we shift? How do I show up differently? How do I respond differently?
Don't mean I got to be.
So that was how I started the shift. And inside of that shift, and it took us about
2 years.
I say about 2 years. It was about a year and a half.
Didn't y'all just hear me say 2 years?
It was about a year. I don't think it was a full 2 years. It was about a year. It was about a year and a half of my change that he noticed. Was like, wait a minute, she doing something. Like she ain't responding when I say this. She ain't like it's not triggering her no more. Like she is, and so he started to thinking it like, what is she doing? What's she doing? Like, wait a minute,
she doing something, Slim.
She doing something. I could do something too. Like I could be better too. So I don't know if it was just like it triggered him to be like, well, if she could do it, I could do it. But I was completely focused on making sure that I was the best version of me because I was tired of how I was showing up. Questions, comments?
And feeling respected is very important for some men.
It is.
No.
Feeling respected is
that's for all men.
Yeah.
That's for all men.
Yeah.
If they act like being respected is not them, then I'm trying to tell you they do, because even if they wasn't respected as a youngster,
yeah,
they expect to be respected as an adult. So yeah, that's all men. Because when you look at it, most men only respond to those that know how to show respect. I mean, there's no other way to put it. We are big on respect. And if you cannot respect your husband, guess what ladies, you know what you do? You castrate your husband when you don't respect him.
Yeah.
So now you're saying, oh, think about it. Think about it like this. Like your boy, like Baby Boy said. He broke it down in the movie. He says when you look at it,
ooh, that look good, baby.
What do
that looks really good, baby.
What do men call their home? A crib. What the girl, their wife, mama. So think about it. That's not what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Granted, it's that whole slang thing I got, but it had to start from somewhere.
Yeah. That one, Ross, yeah, y'all in a good space. Because that's what's important. It's really that accountability. What did you do to create the situation, good or bad? So y'all, like, that's awesome, because that's what you have to do. And so I'm so glad that y'all are doing that, because that's important. Because what we were doing initially was we were shifting the blame.
Yep.
And oftentimes couples don't really get to the core of, like, especially when it's trying to restore the marriage, like they're so busy looking at, well, what my husband did and what my wife did, and no, how did I contribute to this situation? What did I say? How did Tamika show up? Mm-hmm. How did Eric show up?
Right.
So I love that you love it. Yeah, and disrespect always causes a situation, because it triggers something inside of you.
Right.
It does.
Right. That's the thing. So it's like when you start getting that, but see, a lot of times when we go wrong, well, I know where I went wrong, and well, yeah, I'm gonna have to say we. What we go wrong is that we try to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Your home is not a forest; it's a home.
It's a sanctuary. Like, your home should be your sanctuary. That place where you, your spouse, your children can come in, take off your capes, take off your everything, the weight of the world, take off all those different things, because now you're in a safe space. A safe space to love on each other, a safe space to be honest with each other, a safe space to respect one another, a safe space to feel like you are valued and seen and heard. Your home is your sanctuary.
Right.
Someone asked, what about the spouse not helping out around the house and with the kids?
So,
have you had a conversation?
I think first it's about having the conversation, but sometimes you can have a conversation and it still don't pan out. So, true story, right?
Uh-oh, here we go.
True story.
Here we go.
We
about to test a lie. We about to test a lie.
Is it a test a lie?
We about to test a lie.
I love a clean house. I hate clutter. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. But I love a clean house. But I don't always like to clean. I don't always like to, especially now that, you know, we've got the business, we got the family, we like to travel, we like to do things. And so when I'm on my downtime, the last thing I want to do is clean the house. But if I got to clean the house, everybody need to be cleaning the house. And everybody don't clean the house the same way I clean the house. And then once we get started, I let Eric one time, right?
I feel a Tesla coming.
I learned a valuable lesson.
All right.
We were cleaning the house, and I said, okay, let's take a break because I was tired.
And I told her, what did I say?
I don't know what you said.
I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and finish. I don't want to take a break. I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish.
I don't know what he said, but y'all, that break was over with, and he was done.
Hey, I told her. See, you heard what she said? Nah. I don't remember what he said. No, you remember what I said because I told her. I said, listen, if I take a break, it's a wrap. I know it.
Man.
Now let's take a break. I know me.
I needed a break, and I was like, dang, why did I say give a break? He was done. So I'm mad cleaning up the rest of the house. Then
she gonna eat it today.
I went to, then we went through the process of, okay, well, I know there's a certain time I would clean. Every time we would clean the house, Eric and our son would leave the house.
That's a lie.
They always had errands. They always had, football practice. They always had a men's church group or something.
Tell the truth.
They always had something.
Tell the truth.
Now, I got the moderator for this.
Hey, I know. They gonna always take sides.
No. She was about, what were you? You were like 6 or 7.
Clean, they go off somewhere.
She asked me one day, she said, Mom, how come every time we go to clean the house?
Hold on 1 second. Let us say grace.
Hold on, wait,
Grace.
no. Every time we go to clean the house, Dad and EJ be gone. I said, I don't know, but when the babies start noticing, it's a problem. I was pissing hot mad, y'all. I mean, pissing hot mad. When he got home, it was hell to pay because he was gone and we had to clean up the house by ourselves.
That's a lie.
So what we had to learn was, okay, I don't like doing this and this and this and this.
Somebody lying. I feel
Did
lies.
we not have a conversation?
I feel lies coming.
Seriously?
I feel lies. No, we did have a
We
conversation.
did. And so we had to have the conversation around, okay, so if Saturdays don't work for cleaning up, what days work?
Nah, hey, but tell the people the truth.
What?
So what had happened, right?
You can't eat right now, baby.
I'm not.
Oh.
Right at this moment. But what had happened was, I'm an early riser. Them two get up at noon. Now, we already done. So listen, I done ran my errands in the morning. I done cut the yard, now the sun out. And now you talking about, oh, let's clean. No, I'm tired. Whatever, you should have got your butt up. But I didn't clean because when we was cleaning, she didn't like cleaning, what was the toilet or the tub?
The tub.
So I would go ahead and knock that stuff out. Now she ain't ready now that she done took a nice morning shower and a nice clean, I'm like, nah, I done cut the grass because it was the lawnmower that woke you up.
Right.
So I'm like, no,
So
we ain't doing that.
What we had to do was we had to come together to say, okay, what day are we gonna clean up? And when we clean up, what are you gonna do and what am I gonna do? Like what is that happy medium? Because we can't keep going throughout the day mad because the house dirty, but don't nobody want to clean it up. And I can't always be the one cleaning up the house. So we had to come to a happy medium. Oh, listen, I don't nobody want to clean up, but it's got to be done. So the kids can do this, I can do this, you can do that, and what day are we going to do it? Even if you decide to do it throughout the week, what day is it going to be done so that we can always make sure that we have a clean house? So that was one thing that worked for us. Then when we were able to, we got a cleaner to come and clean the house because it started getting to the point to where both of our schedules were busy. And then when we started traveling, we were like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work, Charlie.
And instead of us fighting and fussing and letting that be an issue for us, we were able to work around some things so that we got somebody to come in to do that so that now it's not an issue.
I had to cancel a few things that I enjoyed doing in order to meet the needs of my home.
But we had to work to build to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so bad, y'all. Like my daughter, when she first started cleaning her room, like she cried for like 3 hours when she had to clean her bathroom.
You better clean, Slim. You better get
I mean, like legit cried. I mean, was mad with us. She was in the bathroom crying.
But the key thing is, we communicate it.
Yes.
You got to find, listen.
We got Chef Royale. Pineapple bowls.
Bro.
What's good, Chef?
You already know.
What's good, family?
What's good?
Hey, but I'm trying to tell you, it started with the communication first.
I know. He didn't say grace and he's still trying to eat.
I did too say grace. I said by head, grace. Boom. I did too say grace. I said grace. Don't get upset because y'all didn't say grace. I told y'all, let's bow our heads. Grace. Praise the Lord. Amen.
So it's important to make sure that you come together to have, like, you have to communicate. You have to share what your goals, your dreams, like, you have to share your pains. Share, like, you don't want to do it. Don't nobody want to clean up, but we got to do it. So come together and say, okay, what one day a week can we do this? And then what can we do? Like, what's the happy medium? Okay, I want to do this. I'll do that. All right. And then, you know, make the kids do what you don't want to do.
And then, hey, and at the same time, it's like when you have that conversation, I understand. No, think about it. Submit to one another. Meaning what? What are you saying here? I'm saying, if you're good like with her, she didn't like cleaning the sink. I mean the shower. Cool, I got it. I'm not gonna have to do the thing, keep it moving. Because guess what? Even in cleaning, there are some things that she's good at, and there were just some things I was good at. Like for one, I would not ask her to come outside and help me cut grass. No, that's not her. So it's understanding that, because the thing is, when you can find that happy medium, guess what? Everybody's happy.
Right.
Because now we can just get up and roll, do what we gotta do, and boom, there it is.
Right, and now he can get some loving at the end of the day because you ain't mad because the house dirty, right? And now you feel good because the house clean and you didn't have to do it all by yourself.
And see, there's another thing. We're going to tackle that one there about that whole loving piece. Because there's also something that got to be done with that one too. Because there's a lot of times we begin to rob ourselves and don't even understand that it's not right. Because now you're using. Wait a minute.
Well, you had food and so you had me eating and then talking all over the
I'm sorry. Well, we'll deal with that one on another day. Right.
Listen, and Chase Mack, you come check out Marriage Takeover and come connect with us. We want to make sure we sit down, we have a conversation with you. All right, so make sure you connect with us on marriagetakeover.com.
Hey y'all, this is my first time.
I know. So y'all see how Chef do us. He go ahead and he eat, and he is.
I don't know. Listen.
And
hey,
the moderator can't eat. I ain't eating, so we're gonna go ahead and say
no,
grace.
hold on. Who else out there eating dinner right now?
Baby.
Who eating dinner?
Baby. I know. And then my rice gonna be up. And you know, I can't warm up the pineapple rice inside of the pineapple. So
it was hot.
All right, so we love y'all. We're gonna go ahead and say grace.
Huh?
All
right, I'm gonna stop eating.
After he done ate half the bowl.
I'm gonna stop eating. I'm gonna stop eating. So, real quick, what was I gonna say? Hey, real quick, first off, hey, who all finished dinner? We can go and sit down around the table because this seems to be a real good one. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? The chef you right now.
Though, baby.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock? My bad. Y'all ready to go home?
And she said, my husband want me to maintain the house and help with the outside work. I do it all. So have a conversation.
Yeah, you gotta sit down and have a conversation with my man.
Yeah, have a conversation, and when you have the conversation, it's not make sure that it doesn't come off like it's angry or bitter. Just like, hey babes, can we talk about this? Because listen, I'm doing the inside work and the outside work. Can we meet in the middle for us to be able to do something?
Right. And then
hire.
This is hold on. Because this is the thing. Because he could be rolling off of something on understanding that, oh, this is a wife role or this is no. You got to understand, it comes to that place to where you got to recognize, what is the best thing for the household. The way things were done when we was growing up, it ain't the same. It's not the same thing today.
Right, and so sometimes we have to shift that belief system.
Right, and at the same time, so you got to do that. You got to be able to handle that, right? And so understanding this as well, even if I did or said something, you know what I'm saying, that one person can move on from, and the other one can't, then that means that there's, oh, wait a minute, I was shifted on something.
Go ahead.
But I mean, are you good with the role? With understanding that, grab that book is a great example. But anyway, but when you say if you and your wife had case in point, we had an issue that I carried on for 10 years.
Yeah, he did.
And did not recognize it until the Lord told me I need to release it in order to get to my next level. But what I recognized was that within me, I still had some, no, this is called what it is. Within me, I recognized that I still had some unforgiveness. So if one person can move on and the other one can't, that just means that they have not been able to forgive. And so that's that piece, whether they have to forgive you and forgive themselves. And a lot of times we can say, oh, I forgive you for doing me like this, but can I forgive myself for the part that I played in or how I allowed myself to feel?
Yeah.
And so, and it's being able to have that conversation. So I'm going to tell you now, please connect with us. You know, it's a free 30-minute consultation. We got you. Because a lot of times we'll say shallow stuff when it's a deeper issue. Any comments?
Yeah, we're so glad you stumbled across us too. Make sure that you connect and get that reminder as well. And sis, I salute you and I took my crown to you because that's a lot. That's a lot. And so if there is a way for you to navigate, even if it's around, because I know you said you have those conversations, pray about it. See how God can help you to navigate that conversation with your spouse, because I know that sometimes when you're old school, those old school things, like there were a lot of things that worked when you were old school, right? A lot of things that went well, a lot of things that were great. And then there are some things that over time it changes. Because, right, life is evolving. We are evolving. People are evolving. Life changes. Life shifts. And if there is a way that we could spend more quality time together instead of us having to be, working all this time and then having to come home and clean up or out in the yard enjoy. I want to reevaluate the quality of the time that we have to share inside of our marriage. So how can we shift that dynamic? Okay? So it's 8 o'clock, y'all. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this pineapple in the microwave and warm the food. So we love y'all.
Go ahead on it. Y'all go ahead on and eat.
Appreciate y'all.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
No, y'all go ahead on and eat while it's hot. Go ahead, y'all go ahead.
So Lord, we thank you for this food. Take all the impurities out in Jesus' name.
Stretch your hand.
Amen.
Did y'all bless your food?
Amen.
Bless your food. Hallelujah. So hey, what I did see on YouTube, that's a big one. What I saw on YouTube, who posted on YouTube, and I say that's a big one. You're gonna have to hit us up because we are biblically based, and so there's just certain things that I want to say. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yep.
Yes.
So we got you covered. I don't know if you just hopping on or not, but we got you covered, sis. We're gonna get some stuff out to you guys this weekend. Yep. Yep.
So, hey, is there any questions, man? Because I'm on fire right now. Woo! I done cooked, I done ate a little bit. I'm good. Everybody else eating. So,
yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys, and the game is about to come on tonight, too.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, my God. God bless. God is so good. Yes, He is. He is so good, child.
Who's playing tonight, baby?
God is good. I don't know who's playing. We're going to have to turn it on to see. But, hey, real quick, though, man, I want to tell y'all, man, thank y'all so much. Please, if you want to connect with us, please join our Facebook group. Listen, we started a membership. I'm telling you, the membership is fire. They had the first wives lounge.
Yeah, we had the first wives lounge last night. It was so good.
Oh my goodness, yo. Hey, brothers, listen. That joint was off the hook. I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to go in detail because you got to be in the membership to get it. I'm not hyping nothing. It was that good. And so, ain't no but the fellas talking about it. Being able to what? Iron sharpens iron, fellas, you hear me? So, listen. This is one thing, man. We appreciate you all joining us. Please know, y'all heard our testimony about the power of agreement, right? Mm-hmm. I want to hear your testament. So, if you say, hey, I want you to please email us and say, hey, yo, I got testimony because what I'm trying to do, I can set it up. I'm going to try my best to set it up. See, look at that. That one saying, ladies, like fire. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, listen, when she got through, listen, because she's not in during the brothers talk. I'm not in during the wives lounge. But she came up that joint smiling. I'm like, yo, what you smiling for? We just had a good time. Wait a minute, let me hit this one. We just had a good time. We just had a good time. Okay, good. I'm glad you did. So, but hey though, but for real, link up with us, because the one thing is that for one, we want you to know, number one, that you're not by yourself. Two, we know how it is. We know how it is to feel like you're alone, but we get in the trenches with you. Because the thing is that we've come to understand that for us, we were alone, but who we reached out to put us back a lot more. So we're a lot more sensitive to it, because you know how you get to that point, we're just like, God, where do I go from here? Because somebody's trying to do something. You know what I mean? So that's what pretty much will happen with us. And then when we got to understand that this thing right here, listen, because this is how the world kind of looks at it, this is where it is. Nah, because there's no way. Come on here now. Come on. I done got something. Because if things was like this, then how sharp can we really be? And so this is what I'm saying. You gotta look inside the books, and you feel me. So grab that junk where you at, and listen. Don't forget couples prayer on Monday at
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Couples prayer on Mondays at 9 a.m. Listen, if you missed couples prayer this past Monday, I'm not hyping it. You can ask them, they'll tell you. So
God moved, and that's all we asked for, right?
Yes, so, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And LOG, you can connect with us again next month. We'll be back next month with the Ladies Lounge, and yeah, we had a good time. Gold Spot, we had a good time. It was a good time. So I thank y'all so much. Now we're doing upgrades to our membership, and so we're adding more courses. We're doing a lot of things, and so we just thank you guys so much for your support. We thank y'all for showing up. We thank y'all for tuning in.
Hold on 1 second. I want to answer this question.
Oh yes.
So one thing about us, as far as with Marriage Takeover, yes, we are educated in this area and by our own mistakes. The biggest difference is that we also know how to show you, not just tell you, but show you. Because we're all about application. Because if you do not apply, you can't expect no results.
Yeah, we're certified marriage coaches and life coaches. So
so everything that we're at, trust me, listen, this ain't the blind leading the blind. Because if you can't see our story, what you gonna laugh at in this joint and be like, oh my God, I would have left that ninja a long time ago. Oh my God, I would have left that spanker wank a long time ago. But for real though, because the thing is that we are on a mission to free marriages. When I say free, I'm meaning that how free you can actually be in your marriage and be your authentic self.
Yeah.
Listen to me, because there's a lot of times that we're still carrying stuff of our past and acting it out in our now, which we won't do nothing but continue to carry it on into our future. So I'm trying to tell you, man, on you talking about being free, understand when you're talking about marriage is literally the most powerful thing on this planet. It is the most powerful thing, because when you are united, I guess I got to go now. I done got the warning. I done got my coattail pulled. I get somewhere and sit down. Hallelujah. So, but when you are united, oh my goodness. And when you talking about so we're gonna slide on out of here. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please follow us. Follow us, like, share, subscribe, be a friend, be a follower.
Yes.
And if you want to get more information, join our Facebook community. It's the Facebook group, not the page, the group. And if you want to really get into where the ladies lounge and the brothers talk at the bar, jump into go ahead and grab a membership.
Yeah, and then if you want the book bundle, again, the book bundle is on our website, marriagetakeover.com. Go to products. And we'll get that shipped out to you once you get that purchase. And we appreciate you guys again. And we will see y'all on Monday. And you gonna do that? Okay. We'll see y'all on Monday. And y'all have an amazing rest of your day. An amazing, safe weekend as well.
Thank y'all for joining us. Hey, be on the lookout because we might jump on for a quick Q&A.
You still?
I just want to help y'all out. Love y'all, man. We out. We out this thing, shot it.